You don't get to pick the shows you direct as a director. And I'm just really grateful to this program that I got to pick a show like Alabaster, that people are gonna come and see this beautiful lesbian love story with funny goats. That was unheard of when I was a kid, and I get to be a part of that happening in the world. Hi, I'm Sharifa Yasmin. I use she, her pronouns. I am a third-year Brown Trinity Rep directing student, and I am the director for Alabaster by Audrey Cefaly. Alabaster is about these 4 women on a farm. One of them is June, and she has scars all over her body. One of them is Alice, who's a photographer who has scars on her heart. And then 2 of them are goats. And what ensues is a play that is about these 4 women coming together and finding healing, feminine healing, and trying to figure out how you can grow and move past your scars while still respecting them. And queer joy. I would say I'm very conceptually driven as a director, and for me, I got advice from a mentor that will never leave me. And what he said to me was, don't place a concept on top of the show, find the driving vehicle for the characters, what's pushing the story along, and that's your concept. You know, Alice is a photographer, June is a painter. It's like sort of these 2-dimensional images. And what the audience is gonna get to experience is stepping into the picture in this like 3D immersive world versus just looking at it in sort of a 2-dimensional way. And I feel like that's just like a natural edge that I have as a director, that I really want my audiences to feel like they're in the story, not just watching it. For me, what's really important about being a director is that theater is the most collaborative art form. And it can only succeed when it's the most collaborative art form. When I transitioned, I realized that all these parts of me that I thought made me not a leader, my femininity, my compassion, my emotionality, were actually what made me an incredible one. For me, it's really important that I lead a room with my femininity, and that femininity is empowering and beautiful and complicated and complex. And that is exactly what a show should be. And so if you allow your spaces to hold that sort of complexity, then it's gonna bleed into the show and make an incredible one. So I was in New York. This was December 2019. A couple months before I had come out to my family as trans. And I was subsequently disowned by a good portion of my family, with the exception of my incredible mother. But I was alone in New York, and I wasn't allowed to go home. And it was a really hard time. And I was trying to figure out if I made the wrong decision coming out, which I didn't. I remember walking down to the dock close to where I lived, and I had just been sent this play, Alabaster. I just remember the tears falling down without me even realizing it. Because for me, the play was about not just healing, but feminine healing, and especially embracing my femininity as a trans woman. There was something that was so poignant about that. Alabaster is just a really beautiful play about moving forward. And I don't think I would have been able to move forward in my life without it. I think both Alabaster and my time at Brown Trinity Rep has allowed me to have a confidence that I don't think I had when I first came here. As all the identities that I hold, I always feel like I have a lot to prove in a room. That I have to prove why I'm the leader in the space, and that I have to prove why I'm capable to run the room in the space. And that's the truth for women, that's the truth for BIPOC folk, that's the truth for so many different individuals. And being at Brown Trinity Rep, directing plays like Alabaster, has allowed me to realize that I have nothing to prove to anybody. That I'm a strong director with strong visions, who celebrates the people in my space, who holds them with care and compassion, and who wants to create a story where humanity is always first. I want audiences to leave Alabaster feeling lighter. I want them to feel empowered to move forward in their lives, because that's what Alabaster did to me, just reading it. So now it's gonna be on stage, you get to step into that story, and when you leave it, hopefully you shed some scars. You can get tickets for Alabaster by Audrey Cefaly at trinityrep.com/alabaster.